Hey, what up, world?
Yo.
Hey, man, we finally back, baby. Hey, say, bro, let's talk about it. Hey, man, we out here doing new things. You know, we out here showing support to Mo Ready Music as they embark this journey and going to great state of South Carolina. That's where we at right now, baby.
South Cackalack.
You know,
I'm back.
We gotta show love and
only for a little while
where support needed. You know, can't let my man do this drive by himself. So for the main thing, as you can see us now, and we are out here in South Carolina for the first episode for the new spin on the season, because we on the road, baby.
On the road.
And we took this thing on the road just so you could be here with us. Hey, man, Mr. Mo Ready, how we looking, baby?
Hey, man, I'm blessed, man. I'm blessed to
blessed?
be here. I'm happy. I'm glad we're back. We've had a lot of things take place within the small amount of time that we've been pursuing life. You know, life has been lifing, as they say now.
Hey, that was a good way of explaining that.
But God.
To say the least.
But God.
Yeah, because we've been, I know myself, you know that, I don't even know what ride that is. You know that ride at Six Flags, it's like that elevator.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like it take you up to about 30 feet or 30 stories and just drop you.
Just wait for like a couple of seconds.
Yeah.
Like,
you know what I'm saying?
Maybe I'll get on.
Right.
Maybe I'll.
Yeah. And that's how my life been.
Yeah, man.
I mean, you know, I love it, but guess what? I survived. So.
Yes, we definitely have survived.
We made it, man.
Yeah, man. Birthdays, everything.
Birthdays, traveling.
Yeah. And now my wife's calling.
And Miss Mormon's calling.
Yes.
You know, that's
I'm going to have to pick this one up.
Yeah, of course. She just made
y'all talk to Kareem, man.
Hey, look. At the end of the day, you know, when the wives call, we got to do what we got to do. You know, because right now, as you can hear him, you know, we going to ear hustle this conversation real quick. See what he talking about.
We at the hotel doing the podcast. We just decided to do the podcast.
He ain't talking about nothing.
It's okay.
It's okay.
Okay. I'm going to call you.
Get off that phone.
Love you.
We love you.
Kareem talking about love you. Okay, babe.
Yeah. Hey, man, we keep it a buck, you know. And even though we got his video on pause right now, but, and, you know, hey, she just got off. She got to make sure he checked those boxes. You know, our wives, they say they can make it without us, but.
I'm back. Hey, let me tell y'all something.
It's left up to be seen.
Podcast, no podcast. At work, not at work, on deployment, whatever it is.
It don't matter.
If Mrs. Mormon call me,
yes, sir,
I'm answering that phone call. If I can, I will. You hear me? If I can, I will.
Let me tell you something. When it comes to the Eminem, we gonna call them the Eminem wives.
Yeah, man.
Okay, because Miss Mormon and Miss Moore, they the type of people that got the red phone in their bedroom.
Yeah,
and call the president to make sure they know where their husbands are.
That's right. Like, you know, I mean, not even to say it's a dangerous situation, but I am her first line of defense.
Hey, you know what?
Ain't no going through all the loops. She gonna call, get right to the source.
That's true.
And I'm gonna do whatever I can, wherever I'm at, whatever I need to do for that woman right there. Because that's my good thing.
That's good. Hey, man, what they say? when you find a wife, you find a good thing.
That's what they said.
Hey, man, we got some good things over there, but
not a good thing to me. It's a great.
Hey, man,
great thing.
Look, man, stop.
But see that's what I mean by life. It's life happens.
Life happens.
You
know, and we keep it 100 with y'all just because that's the only way we know how to do it.
That's right.
You know what I mean? So needless to say, bro.
Yeah. We back in.
Yeah, we here. Yeah. We on a whole new venture. You know what I'm saying? We got slapped in the face with reality. Hey. We had a wake up drive. You know what I'm saying? We had to tell ourselves we had to do something different.
Yeah. I mean, well, you know what? Since you're going down this rabbit hole, I'm gonna go ahead and jump down there first because this trip and this podcast, along with my business, and let me start at my business. Let me start with my music business, Mo Ready Music Productions, as y'all always hear us talk about.
Yep.
Singer. I'm not really a singer, but you know, I can sing a little bit.
Debatable.
Songwriter, musician. So God has always told me what the promise was with my music business and doing great things. And in that moment, when you hear the promise, you're excited.
Right.
You love it. You know what, Lord, I'm all in.
Right.
And then let's fast forward a few weeks, months, days, whatever you want to say. And it looks like you're going further away from what the promise is. If you're not careful, you will start to input your ideas of what God meant by that. So you'll start to say things like, well, you know, this is going the other way. Well, maybe I was looking at it and thinking God said this was something I was going to do full time. But then maybe I said it was something I was going to do full time. So I just need to chalk it up as it's not going to be what I thought it was going to be. And the whole time God is looking at you like,
you still don't get it.
I didn't say that, first of all. Second of all, we need to get a new definition, not the old definition, of what it means to go through a wilderness period or a refinery period. We usually think of wilderness as how, you know, like when Jesus went in the wilderness, how tempting and how tough it was. Yes, but what happened when he came out of it?
Right.
You get what I'm saying? So a lot of times, if it looks like you're going in a different direction than the promise, it's not that the promise won't be there. It's that things like, do you have the character to handle the promise that God's going to give you? You think about something that you want to do. You think you're good enough to handle that now?
Right now. And you know it's a bigger main stage, A-line, A1, top of the line, everything.
Yeah.
Billions and millions of dollars.
Look, so you may have to go through the loop, through the hole, down the hole, lifing.
Hey, I like where you're going with this.
What you get out of that,
right,
is a refinery. Think about when gold is made. They heat it up to it get all the way down to the purest form and all that. Take out all of the specs that don't need to be there.
I'm gonna ask you a question, brother.
Yeah.
What is a refinery?
Well, that's a good question.
Just because, as I have it,
question.
You know, I want to make sure that
I ain't gonna mess this one up.
We keep you where you need to be.
Yeah.
Just because I don't want to lose y'all and y'all don't realize what refinery is and everything kind of go to the wayside.
Right. Okay. Well, I got one that says on here, refinery.
Oh, you found
an industrial installation where a substance is refined. Basically, when you think about refinery, like I was saying with gold,
right?
Sometimes they melt gold all the way down, to its purest form and take out anything imperfections in it. You get what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
And then it comes back together or whatever, and it's brand new,
and it's still gold. But it's a lot neater, cleaner.
Correct.
It's pure.
It's pure.
It doesn't have any imperfections in it.
Correct.
So sense. Okay, keep going.
If you think you're going to get to a promise, or let's break it down. Let's say that there's a supervisor, a managing position, right? Sometimes you have to work your way in what they say entry level, right?
Yep.
Because at first you need to come in there, understand the job. That's one. Learn how to work with a team. Learn how to take orders, even on things that you may not agree with, but you still got to learn how to deal with it. So if you're not used to that, you're not just going to come in the door and be somebody's manager, because you're not going to know how to handle all that pressure.
Right.
So you have to work your way up.
True.
You have to put time in. You have to go through those struggles of, man, if they take these ideas, I promise you, well, sometimes all your ideas won't be liked.
No, you can't expect everything that you throw to the wall for it to stick.
Exactly.
That's not how that works.
So for myself, to go back to that, for myself, I thought that this music thing wasn't, nah, man, it ain't a hit. After a year, it's not a success. I failed. But it's like, no, I didn't fail. Once I got the understanding of that, and a good author, preacher, John Bevere,
yes, sir,
has a great series and a great book about being in the wilderness for your purpose.
Right.
And once I started to understand that going in this season of drought, if I would call it, it's not just drought. It's my learning phase.
It's your refinery
moment. So that when this thing comes back around full circle, I know how to handle that. Yep.
Because you went through the refinery.
Right. But if you don't get that
out,
if you don't understand that part, you're going to quit in everything you do.
That's true.
You're going to just stop and say, you're going to make yourself believe that, oh, this was never God's plan. This was my plan.
Right.
No.
And see, it's that part that you just said, you know what I mean? It's that part that you got to go through the wilderness to be able to get what you don't need.
Yeah, and the wilderness is not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing.
It's not. It's not
a bad thing. It's a waiting. You got to go to school.
You got to be patient.
Yeah, you got to go to school. Your wilderness is you going to school to learn the things that God needs
ins and outs. Right.
Yeah, he's got to download some stuff in you before he just takes you to the top.
Yeah, because take it from your background, you just didn't go out and they just didn't give you an M16 and said go defend this country.
Go defend this country, right?
No.
I had to learn.
You had to
how
learn.
To stand in line.
You had to learn how to listen.
The first rule was, whatever I say, that's what you do.
There you go.
We ain't deal with weapons until weeks down the line,
right?
Because we had to get some things out of you and put and instill some discipline things into you.
Right.
I need for you to learn how to wake up on time.
Right.
Before we go running, before we go shooting, before we go learning how to navigate.
Yeah.
I need you to wake up at 4:00 and learn how to get up with no problem.
Right. And see where that takes you.
And we're gonna do that for a week.
Yeah. That's good though, because that piece of the direction of Refinery and taking out the impurities, people, like you said earlier, we have a tendency of going in our own direction and assuming that's the direction that he's telling you to go in, but not realizing, no, you're trying to loop the Holy Spirit into, you're trying to believe in yourself that that's the Holy Spirit talking to you, but you already knew that wasn't the direction, because that initial thought is probably the right one. Right. But you talked yourself out of it.
I did that. I told myself, nah, God probably didn't say I was supposed to do this full time. This was probably something I wanted to do.
Because
and therefore it failed. So I'm okay. Let me move on to the next
because
thing.
Guess what you just did? Oh gosh, I forgot her name. But the rule of it, you take the first 5 seconds of that thought, and that's the real answer. Anything else after that, your brain goes in a fail-safe mode, because anything that you don't try, you can't fail at.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? So, and that's what it was. And true failure is when you don't try again.
That's right.
You know what I mean? So don't look at that as failure. Just look at it as a learning lesson for you to actually reconfine and refine what actually you needed to remove from your situation to be able to get what he wanted to show you.
And another thing I was looking at was like numbers.
Yeah.
And what I mean by that is how many people will like it. well, how many people will help me? Well, how many people was going to support me?
Right.
How many people was going to? And then I'd go back to the story of God or Jesus leaving the 99 for one. If I only get one person, and it helps do something and bring them closer to Jesus in their life, whether that be whoever I write a song for, whether it be them recording that song,
right?
They believed in it enough to say, you know what,
I'm gonna let him.
And
do
you
it.
don't know what would do what that would do in their life. So I think I got caught up in. I mean, I don't think nobody gonna support this because this is not what's popular,
right? Because think about it. When on the drive over here, what did you say?
Yeah,
you was like, you defeated yourself.
Yeah,
because you said this is the best I could put out right now.
Right.
Ain't nobody hitting on it, or ain't nobody giving it no love.
So
what else? Where I'm gonna go from here?
I'm gonna go from here.
But that's the best you can do for right now.
Yeah. And that went both ways, y'all. That went, if this is the best I have, this is the best. And let's say it's a hit.
Yeah.
I don't know if I can write another hit like that.
Right.
Or if this is the best, y'all, and nobody likes it.
Yeah.
At my best, nobody liked it.
Right.
Oh man, that means
what I'm gonna do.
I'm done. This is not for me.
What I'm gonna do.
What I'm gonna do. Nobody liked it, and I put everything I had into it.
All in. But that's exactly where we're all at.
Yeah.
But that's that extra push that we get stuck at too.
Yeah.
It don't matter who you are.
That's right.
If you put yourself in that situation and you can't really find that little bit of passion that keeps you going to keep going, you're gonna be stuck. And that's where a lot of people are. They stuck.
They're stuck
because they got the dreams, aspirations of wanting to do it.
Yeah.
Like everybody got a good idea on a concept level.
Right.
Until they come to put it into action.
Yeah.
We all through. You know?
And let me tell you, man, if early on, whether you write it in a journal, a piece of paper, if the good Lord told you to write this down and he spoke the promise, from that moment on, if it looks like you're going 1,000 miles away from the promise, don't give up.
I'm telling you,
because sometimes you have to go those 1,000 miles out to learn all of the tools you need to handle that promise.
Yeah. Because like you said,
because everything he's not gonna give you the promise and then the next day it's gonna happen.
No. You're
not ready for that.
You go to basic training for 12 weeks.
Sometimes, depending on the job, you can be extended to go right into your AIT 18 weeks.
And if you don't meet a certain requirement,
you don't go to the next level.
You don't.
Matter of fact, we'll give you a chance and start over.
Maybe we missed something. So let me start you over and let me help you get some of these other stuff that you wasn't missing.
So, and just to hear that, you know how many times we said, man, I keep on going through this over and over again.
Yeah, all day.
Why?
It's that common denominator.
It's not a bad thing.
Yeah.
Hey, you got another chance to think about it.
You got another chance, but at the same time, as you look at that chance, think about it. Is there another way I could be doing this? Or am I missing something?
Yeah.
You know, because at the end of the day, if you feel like you keep running into the same wall,
sometimes you got to get out.
Sometimes you got to get out
the way. You need to move.
You got to get out your own way.
I'm letting God navigate this thing and then be okay with what he say. Because as soon as I said, God, I need you to take this and navigate this thing for me. You know, first thing he said, you got to show yourself.
That's it.
You have to do something that you don't normally do.
You got to show
nobody
that
know you because you don't put your work out there.
You got to show that.
You got to think that you are good enough. Nah, well, and then that's what you say. Man, that ain't me. I'm not going to put myself out there. Then you just ask the Lord, I want you to take over and you direct me. And the first thing the Lord say was,
put yourself out there. Nah, that ain't him. that ain't him. Nah. That ain't him talking. That's somebody else.
Lord, no, I'm not good with that.
Yeah, the low, I ain't a people person.
Well,
like
guess what? Don't you got people in your circle that is great with content and know how to do it?
I'm telling you.
Won't you go ask the questions?
Right. Hey, I'm gonna tell you now.
I just did that with a sister of mine. Shout out to Daisha Wright. Hey, how you how you do all of? Well, I do all of this stuff right here. What you looking for? Well, that's why I'm asking you. I'm gonna let you help me navigate that. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
You gotta be okay with calling folks like we did today.
I'm trying to tell you. Look, man. Like you said, at the end of the day, you got to be able to know how to extend that hand and receive it. Because there's a lot of people out here that know how to move things a lot better and a lot faster than you.
You direct me.
You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times that's where we fall short at, because you can't look at no corporation
that's right.
or any business that is a one sole proprietor that's actually doing it.
Yes.
There is not one person that's making all the money and still making all the money and a quad billionaire. That ain't happening.
And let me say something real quick, because I feel like I need to say this.
Say something.
There are probably many people that even you would tell me, oh, well, you know, so-and-so do this, so-and-so do that. But like I just said before, if I told the Lord, hey, it's back to you, God, I need you to take control of this. And the Lord said, show yourself.
Yep.
And then if the next thing he gives me is somebody that can help me, that don't mean that Kareem can't help me.
Right.
He just said Daisha or whoever for me. That don't mean that I don't want to use Carlo on the other side of town that be getting everybody off. That's I'm sure.
Nah, right.
But if you tell him to direct you and he give you people, then you go that route.
Yeah.
But soon as you, and then you'll get people, so-and-so do, so-and-so do. And guess what? You jump off that line the Lord told you, and you go down the other way. And it takes you down a whole nother path that you end right back up. So it's not to say that her work is better than somebody you know.
Yeah.
It's just for me right now in this time, this is the path the Lord told me to choose. Go.
Right.
They got nothing to do with nothing else. They got nothing to do with
nothing.
Oh, why you don't want me to take your pictures?
Right.
Why you don't want me to record your music?
No, ain't got nothing to do with that.
The Lord told you to use that person.
You do what you gotta do.
I'll sit right over here and wait till my name is called. Yeah. If you need me for something.
Yeah. Yeah. Now that's good though. That's good, because that other piece of what you just said, that's where a lot of people feel like, wait, why am I not? How am I? You know what I mean?
But I know you, bro. Why you ain't just?
You start doubting yourself. Then now you sit back and you start questioning, well, if he don't like it, they ain't gonna like it, and so on and so forth. But the main thing about it is you just gotta stay focused. Just like when we talked to Paviel today. Shout out to Paviel Bookman. She doing big things out there.
Recording, y'all.
But that's what happened when you got an Apple. But needless to say, she gave us some good points to let us know, hey man, you just can't stop. You know, because when she was out there grinding, doing her thing, it was a moment that clicked for her that allowed her to be able to keep pushing.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, that's what happened. And so that's what it was. It gave us the understanding like, man, you know what? We got to keep moving.
Yep.
We got to keep moving, because who's in our way? Us. And we're having a conversation of wondering, hey, man, why are we sitting here? Why are we stuck? It's like, it's nobody else in our way besides us. Because for our cause, when we got everything at our beck and call, audio, video, whatever it is, we don't have no reason to not be moving. Right. We can blame everybody else, but it doesn't really benefit, you know. But at the end of the day, you have to take accountability for what you do and how you do it.
That's right.
You know, don't sit back and wait for Tate to move to make me move. You know what I mean? Because the direction that the Lord tell him Tate to move in is not the same as mine. He got a different purpose for me.
That's right.
But at the end of the day, when it comes to this portion of the podcast, we move as a unit, and at the same time, we make sure we let each other know what's going on, and we just keep it moving. But at the same time, when Mo Ready starts, we out here supporting them just off the strength, we out here supporting them. You know, he moving. The Lord told him to come out here and do what he doing. So therefore, that's why we out here. But, you know, at the end of the day, you still have to find that accountability piece.
That's right.
Because if we didn't talk all the time and I didn't sit back and find out what he got going on, and even like yesterday, I was talking to him and trying to coach him to, hey, bro, you going to South Carolina. You going to do do what you want to do. You're not going to just sit back and let a drive slow you down. Then I jumped in the car with him, you know, and brought us here just to show him, like, look, man, we going to go get this. Because we don't know what the end result's going to turn out to be. And if we turn around and miss it, guess what? It's a whole bunch of shoulda, coulda, wouldas of what if we did, or what if this. Hey, man, we out here in the great state of South Carolina making magic.
That's right.
Yeah.
I wouldn't change it either, bro.
I know it.
I would not change this. Just that drive down here has really opened my eyes to what we need to be doing anyway. And I know, and
much needed.
Yeah, I know for myself, I have to get Mo Ready music going, because it was part of a promise from God. And as we're doing that, this podcast, and we laugh about it all the time. I always say, when I first came on, I was just coming on here because he kept asking me.
Yep.
This podcasting was not in my.
Nope.
It wasn't in my things to do.
Yeah.
It wasn't something that I was a desire.
And
but it was a promise.
And guess what? The one thing I always told him was, all I need to do is show up.
Just show up. Yeah, just show up.
Just show up.
Show up. And then I think after we did the first episode, I think we had a phone call where I told you, after doing that, God spoke to me about taking care of this podcast.
Yeah. Treating it.
And
holding it.
And holding it and praying over this podcast, because it is going to help so many people.
Yep. And that's what it was. And see, if it wasn't my perseverance to obeying what he told me to do, you know, even though people was like, why you gonna do that? I thought it was yours.
Right.
Now, if you put another person in it, now you got to worry about what they're doing and what they can't do, or what. Now you incorporate a whole new element that is going to do exactly what.
What if they gonna want rights to give you the
slow you down? You know, it's
what if they got a whole nother
agenda plan. You know, but that's the whole mindset of the enemy.
Yeah.
Because now, guess what? You keep going in life as what if?
Mm-hmm.
What if none of that don't happen?
That's right.
And you just missed out on a whole opportunity that he gave you to bring him, so y'all can do it together. Because remember what I said earlier, you don't got no corporation making big moves, dolo.
Yeah, I can tell y'all that now for my business. I know I missed out on a lot of stuff that God probably had lined up this year, last year. I know for a fact I have missed and missed big. We're talking about now, Mo Ready music could have been gone.
Yeah.
And I mean, miracle right in front of my face, and I missed. And I'm okay. I'm at a place where I can say I missed.
Yeah, you know, that's
I missed it.
That's what you call identifying and being humble.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you didn't quit off the strength of what you missed.
Right.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Because it's a lot of people that might be sitting back right now and be like, man, you know, if I would have scored that touchdown, dude, you 35 years old, fam. You can't keep talking about what you did in high school or college on how that would have changed your life. Yeah. You got to give up them glory days Cause some glory days is what they are.
Yeah, I mean,
you know
but
what I
that may
mean?
not even been your path though.
That might.
I knew I was doing 20 plus years in the military, but
Right.
the Lord told me early in my career that I wouldn't be in the military long. I didn't think
Look.
I heard it, but that's just me.
Right.
I'm gonna do this, and things happen. Unfortunately, things happen, but I was able to make it out. I'm blessed. You know, that's the same thing with church. Like the Lord said, you're not going to be in that position that you're in long.
Right.
And I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
You know, now I'm feeling the effects of I missed. And
right.
I'm feeling those effects of I missed.
Right. And now
this is why I'm where I am now, because I didn't move
when it was time.
When it was time.
Now you gotta wait for the next opportunity.
Now I'm fighting to get to say, okay, now it's at the end. Let me hurry up.
Yeah.
I should have been throwing the water out of the bucket when it was at the bottom. Now it's full.
Now you trying
I can't get it out.
You can't move fast enough. Yeah. But I mean, you know, it's funny because at the end of the day, it's one of those things you gotta be what's the word? You gotta be humble to comprehend the simple fact that he is able to say where he was short at.
Yeah.
And identify it. You know what I mean? Because that's the main piece. Right. If you can't, if you fall short, but even in the sense of falling short, are you going to be able to identify it? Because when you identify, guess what you did? You learned from what you actually fell short at.
Yeah.
Because now you'll be able to process, okay, all right, I should have made that phone call when I didn't. All right, cool. You know what I mean? So that gives you some type of insight on the moves that you know you should have made, but you never moved.
Yep.
Yeah, man. That was that was where it's at though. But at the end of the day, bro.
Yeah.
Hey, we out here.
We out here, man.
We listening.
This is day one of the journey.
The journey.
The journey, as Todd Delaney's new live, the journey continues. Hey, the journey continues,
baby.
Back up and running. Let's go.
And that's what it is, man. We gonna come, you know, and give you some totally new different feel. And what you see now is two cats.
Yeah.
That is stepping out of that comfort zone.
Yeah. When
I say stepping out of that comfort zone, I'm talking about what we doing right now.
Yeah.
Or what you can see us. You know,
this is different.
When I tell you, you looking at the two most hardest working behind the scenes.
Look, that's why my phone keep cutting out. I got so much stuff that I ain't
going on.
My phone gotta keep taking stuff off of there. But it's a lot of music stuff on my phone too. So I gotta learn how to navigate between podcasting with my phone and doing music stuff with my phone.
Hey, don't worry about it. Hey, your logo went away.
Yeah, I know, because I got my scripture up.
Oh, you got scripture?
That I'm gonna say before we get up off of here.
Okay. Yeah. Well, look, man. First of all, man, I'm glad whoever's listening, y'all before still with
phone,
us. Die again.
Yep.
We on for new better right now.
Yeah.
But before we close out this piece, man, we just definitely want to let you guys know that you gotta understand that going through the refinery is not the end of the road.
It's the beginning.
It is the beginning.
Hey, take advantage of your wilderness. Take your notepad while you're in there, because you're gonna learn so much, and God is gonna download so many different things that you need for that promise that He's promised you.
Right.
So when that thing starts to look like it's going further away, that's when you write it out and be like, give it to me, Lord, because I know when I get there,
right,
and I'm gonna know when I'm there, I'm gonna have the tools I need to keep it going.
Right there,
because that like Pastor Naomi talked about in Bible study yesterday, you don't have to live with bad things. You can live a good life with nothing going on.
Right.
Those generational curses taught us that it would always be something.
Yeah,
nah, it's always something because you're not getting what you need to get in that wilderness.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So we gonna take our notes in the wilderness and we gonna continue those journeys, whatever that business was, whatever that idea God gave you, whatever the promise he told you it's going to be, the dreams that he gave to you to dream, and he only gives you glimpses of the dream. Like he'll even give you the ending of the dream of what it's going to be. Right. But as soon as you wake up, you gotta go through everything.
You gotta go through the mountains.
He'll give you on what it's gonna be.
You don't know what it's gonna be.
But that's what it's gonna be if you go through this wilderness.
That's good.
With a willing spirit.
That's good.
Learn why you in that wilderness.
Yeah.
Learn why you there. That's what you're supposed to be there for.
What'd you say earlier? That boy said when
God is working, you rest. Yep. And when you rest, God works.
That's it.
So sometimes when you don't know what to do, just rest. That means let God work. Let him do his. He gonna give you.
Hey,
he got you,
and he don't miss.
He don't miss.
I think he got Jordan, Kobe, LeBron. He got all them beat.
Don't miss.
He don't miss. 100 for 100.
100 for 100. He go 40 a night.
Hey, that's crazy. 100 for 100. Yeah, man.
Will Chamberlain beat y'all.
Right.
And Dr. J quick.
Hey, man, that's where we at though with it.
Man.
Don't give up. You know,
right.
You gotta, like you said, go through the refinery, through that wilderness.
Take your notes, man.
And take your notes and open your ears.
That's right.
Open your heart. Yeah. Don't deny that first thought, because that's him talking to you. Yeah. Now, what you got over there on Galatians?
Oh, man, I got Galatians 5:25, and I'm gonna read this thing from the New Living Translation. Okay. And it says, since we are living by the Spirit, let us follow the Spirit's leading in every part of our lives. So if you living by God's word, let God's word lead you in all parts of your life. Not just you going to church on Sundays and letting the Lord lead you on Sundays. Let him lead you on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Let him lead you at church. Let him lead you at that job. Let him lead you at Walmart. When they going too slow and they're making you mad, let him lead you at Target. Let him lead you at the mall. When there's too many people and somebody stepped on your shoe and you getting mad, let the Lord lead you in every aspect of your life. Reflect Jesus.
Hey,
that's what it is.
He said that.
That's what it is.
Hey, man, hey, I don't know about y'all, but it's one thing to be doing a podcast. It's another thing to get something from it. You know, shout out to Mr. MacBook Pro Ready. I think he calls himself Mo Ready. That's just him hoping that I use that clip. But
I don't care. I'm gonna use the clip.
Hey, man, we love y'all though.
Yeah.
Just come back now. You hear?
Come back now.
We appreciate y'all coming out, listening. Just be ready, man, because we got some new things. We got some big things. We out here in South Carolina. We about to tour the city a little bit, but at the end of the day, man, we gonna keep everything going. We do definitely love y'all, man.
Yeah.
And we'll definitely see y'all next time. Peace.